Hey everybody, BionicDance here. So, I've been thinking about it, and I've kind of made this point before, but I feel like it bears repeating because, well, let's face it, I have some new subscribers since the last time I discussed this. But the more I think about it, the more I think that I can never, and I mean never, believe in the Abrahamic God. I mean, it's just a matter of logic and reason. You see, I've always thought that the claims of omniscience or omnipotence were kind of like religious dick sizing. Like, my God can beat up your God. Like, the creators of the Abrahamic religion were looking around at the other gods that they had to compete with and went, oh, you've got a sun god and a sea god and a goddess of love and all that stuff. And they're like, well, yeah, but we have a God that deals with everything. And our God is omnipotent and omniscient. You see, our God is better than your God. Our God can do more and is infinite. And that's it. You guys just cannot compete with that. Nah, 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 nah. That's what the claims of omniscience and omnipotence always seemed like to me. Maybe I'm wrong on that score, but it sure seems to me like that's the only reasonable explanation for how that came about for the Abrahamic God. But here's the problem. Even if that God were real, even if that were all true, there is no way to prove it. How can you prove omniscience? I mean, even if that God managed to somehow look into my mind and tell me my deepest, darkest, innermost thoughts, well, okay, so you're telepathic. How does that mean you know everything? Even if that God could have told us about this Higgs boson particle, so what? How does that mean you know everything? There is simply no way to prove that. And without proof, you kind of don't get my belief. It just doesn't work that way. And omnipotence? How can you possibly show me that you have infinite power? There's just no way to do it. I'm sorry, but even if that God exists, it's simply illogical, an illogical premise. So there is absolutely no way I could possibly believe in a God where the claim is that it's omniscient or omnipotent. That just simply cannot happen. So right on its face, that God is just something I cannot believe in. Now, the thing is that I look at the other gods that are out there, Poseidon, Thor, Aphrodite, any of those, and I'm like, those gods get killed from time to time. I mean, there are divine wars, and you can find gods that have killed other gods, which, you know, apparently Yahweh cannot be killed, whatever. And so I find myself asking, well, what makes a god a god? I mean, if you have a god of the sea, or a thunder god, or god of the sun, or something, great, you have a sphere of influence and you're a magical being, but you can be killed and you don't have infinite power. Well, what's the difference between a god and, say, a dryad or a tree spirit or something, where it's like, okay, you're the god of that tree, except that apparently dryads are not gods. So, okay, where's the dividing line? I mean, if you have a god of the sun and a god of a tree, well, except that's not a god, it's a dryad. Okay, well, what's the difference? Seriously, they can both be killed, they both have a sphere of influence, and they are both like magical beings, so why isn't a dryad a god of that one particular tree? Where's the dividing line between a god and a magical being? This all just seems like humans made a bunch of shit up a long time ago, didn't really think it through. They have consistency issues, and none of it's even provable. No one's ever seen a god of the sun or a dryad. It just hasn't happened. So I just, I'm not sure I can ever believe in any of it, but at least with the dryad or the sun god or any of that stuff, you could potentially prove it to me. It's possible. You could show me evidence, and there are limits, so you don't have that inconsistency logical problem with, infinity and omnipotence. So, yeah, I don't think I could ever believe in the Abrahamic God, but there is the possibility that I could believe in other gods. So, I swear to Poseidon! Yes! This is BionicDance, being a goof. Catch you later. Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. And please visit my Zazzle store, where you'll find all kinds of BionicDance merchandise. Rating videos has been found to cause fresher breath, enhanced metabolism, and greater sexual magnetism.